I remember this day like it was yesterday. It was the summer of 2000, 16 years ago. Yes, my memory's pretty good, sometimes. Anyway, as I walked to my beautiful colonial home in Virginia, we only lived there for about a year. It was about 5:30 in the evening. It was right after work. As I got to the door and opened the door, I can sense something was just not right. Because you couldn't hear a peep. As I walked in, my girls should have been running around like chickens with their heads cut off. But they weren't. It was dead silence. I got panicky and started calling their names. Rochelle, Sherelle, Janelle, where are you? Nothing. I went into my room, which was on the first floor, put down my bags. As I opened the door, my 3 girls were huddled on my bed. So I said, "What are you doing in here? What's going on?" They all said in unison, "Shut the door!" So I shut the door. My oldest said, "Mom, there are raccoons in the house."
Oh, no.
I said, "Girl, whatever." The other 2 chimed in, "Mom, it's true. We saw 3 raccoons and we ran into your room." So I said, "I didn't see anything. Raccoons, really?" So they said, "Look under the door." So I knelt down, peered under the door, and sure enough, I saw some shadows and little feet squirming around. And that scared me to death as well. I thought I was going to pass out. Back then, I didn't have a cell phone. I just had a landline. So what did I have to do? Climb out the window because I wasn't going back in there. So what did this superhero mom did? Well, she opened the window, removed the screen, and as she put her legs through the window, the seat of her pants tore. And I said, "Lord, not now, please, not now." My girls were cheering, "Go, Mom, go! Go, Mom, go!" I hit the ground running. It was getting dark. But the only thing I could remember hearing was this sound. So I ran like I had jetpacks in my heels. I got to the neighbor's house and a nice lady opened the door. And I was rambling about raccoons and in the house and having to use her phone. She looked at me like I was crazy. I think that I would have looked at her like she was crazy too if somebody came to my door rambling about raccoons. But in any event, she let me use her phone. I called animal control. They said they were going to come over the next day. Now, what was I going to do that night? Well, I did say, the lady was a nice lady. She let us stay in her home that night. And I thanked her profusely. I had to go back to the house, get my daughters and have them climb out the window, go back to the neighbors. And they started singing, "Sleep over at the neighbors, sleep over at the neighbors." Look, it doesn't take much to excite them. 5 marshmallows and a stick, and they are happy. We got up to the neighbors, tried to settle down. But I remember that we had to go to work in school the next day, and I needed clothes. So what did I do? I had to go back in the house. Don't know how I did it, but I just did. That's what superhero moms do. They do things that other people don't want to do, like dodge raccoons, take over the world, stuff like that. The next morning, got up bright and early, we thanked the neighbor and left. After work, we met animal control at our front door. At our front door. I let them in and stayed out waiting for them. It took them about an hour to finally get them out of the house. When they came out, they said that the raccoons were in the attic. Don't know how they got up there. They were in the attic, playing around. They got onto the attic door, and the attic door fell in.
Oh, wow.
And that's how they fell into the house.
Oh man.
Now, they said the raccoons were just as scared as we were. So, they found them in the upstairs closet, hall closet. It was a tug of war. The raccoons held onto the net, wouldn't let it go. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and they were finally able to put that around their necks and bring them outside. And when they came out, my girls were cheering like a big victory was won. I couldn't thank them enough. After they left, went back in the house, and it stunk. Walked around to review the damage, and they had pooped everywhere.
Oh.
Especially in the upstairs hall closet.
Mm.
So the house needed a good cleaning. Now, the attic door where they came in from, they were in my daughter's room, and thank goodness she was not in that room when they did. That would have been another story. And this is just one of the adventures, one of the weird, crazy adventures of this superhero mom. Thank you.